हाँ जी, अमेरिका में पाकिस्तानी आमों का बिजनेस कितना बड़ा है। हर साल बहुत सारे डीलर्स पाकिस्तान से अमेरिका में रहकर पाकिस्तानी आम इंपोर्ट करते हैं और यहाँ पर जितनी बड़ी पाकिस्तानी कम्युनिटी है उनको हज़ारों शायद लाखों की तादाद में बेचते हैं। किस तरह ये बिजनेस होता है, क्या पूरा प्रोसेस है, कहाँ से पाकिस्तान से आते हैं, किस तरह कौन कौन से शहरों में अमेरिका में बेचने जाते हैं, इस सब बात करने के लिए हमारे साथ वासिफ यूसुफ साहब आज मौजूद हैं। थैंक यू वेरी मच यूसुफ। ये मिशिगन, रियासत मिशिगन में आमों के बहुत बड़े डीलर हैं और पूरी अमेरिका में अब तो आप शिप करते हैं और उनसे बात करते हैं कि किस तरह ये सारा प्रोसेस है, किस तरह वो पाकिस्तान में पाकिस्तान से इंपोर्ट करते हैं और ये सारी डिटेल्स हम लेते हैं। और साथ साथ मुझे भूख लग रही भाई, तो आप मुझे कोई जगह बताएंगे तो we'll pick some food and then we'll do at the same time. So thank you very much Yusuf. So yeah, first of all tell me about your business briefly. आप क्या करते हैं मिशिगन में आमों के हवाले से, और फिर मज़ीद डिटेल्स में बात करता हूँ।
ओके, सबसे पहले तो आफ्ताब भाई थैंक यू फॉर इनवाइटिंग मी ओवर। आपको मैं क्लियर कर दूं, I'm not a large dealer or anything, a small drop in the ocean.
Okay.
But you know, at least in Michigan, it's a decent amount of volume that we drive here. असल में ये Michigan is, New York has Chicago and all these other areas, large, populations over there.
Pakistani population.
Yeah. मैं देसी पॉपुलेशन को यहाँ क्योंकि
और पाकिस्तान के अलावा मिडिल ईस्टर्न लोग भी यहाँ पाकिस्तान के आम खाते हैं, बड़े शौक से खाते हैं, राइट? हाँ, तो बहुत बड़ी मार्केट है
जी। We haven't done an excellent job of marketing these. मगर अब ये है कि we're trying to introduce these to other people as well. Middle Eastern हो गए, Bangladesh and India, they already know this. मगर like Egypt से हो गए, Middle East से हो गए, these guys they don't know about it. So उनको market करने के लिए we have to put some efforts in, and you're not going to see the results in the first year.
Right. So थोड़ा if you can speak a little louder, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So the whole process is long and tedious, and there's a lot of moving parts in it. I'm one part of the process, and we try to do our best on our part. But mango का problem ये है कि as soon as you get it, you have to get a distributor within 1 or 2 days, because we're trying to make sure the customer gets the best experience, right?
Right.
तो वो सबसे मेन है।
यहाँ से लेफ्ट लेना?
Yeah.
Okay. तो आप अच्छा, तो फिर आपका प्रोसेस किस तरह वो करता है? यानी अगर आप मुझे स्टेप बाय स्टेप बताएं कि पाकिस्तान से यहाँ के कंज्यूमर तक आम आने तक क्या प्रोसेस होता है आपका?
Okay. To the best of my knowledge, जब मैंगो पाकिस्तान में होता है तो only the registered orchards, they're able to ship it. We can only source from them. ठीक है ना?
जो registered पाकिस्तान में
registered orchards.
ठीक है.
Now उसके अलावा फिर होता है it goes to a pack house.
पाकिस्तान में.
It gets packaged, all those quality checks, all of that, and then it gets shipped to the US.
ठीक है.
अब US का ये होता है कि we don't have a direct flight. In Canada it comes directly there. We don't have a direct flight coming from Pakistan.
Okay.
So it gets shipped here, and then उसको treat भी करना होता है, it gets radiated over here.
So पाकिस्तान से US में कहीं किसी मेजर डेस्टिनेशन पे आते हैं?
Mostly in Texas it comes.
Texas में आते हैं और फिर आप क्या कहते हैं, ट्रीट करते हैं उसको?
उसको it has to be irradiated.
तो क्या होता है वो?
It's a process, irradiation is the process.
ठीक है, उसको प्रिजर्व करने के लिए?
Not preserve, it's a requirement by the US. इसको available करने के लिए ना it has to be radiated. उसके बाद it commercially can make it available.
Okay.
उसके बाद it goes for irradiation in Gulfport, Mississippi. उसके बाद it comes back to the airport, either at Gulfport, Mississippi, or back to Texas, and that's when it gets shipped out to all these places, California, New York, Chicago, all these places.
आप लोगों के पास आते हैं वो shipments और फिर यहाँ से आप retail के जरिए लोगों को
and then so मेरा ये था कि as a distributor, when we started, our main goal was, going to the retailers and doing it with them. Because retailers का मसला ये था, they would put it on the shelf, right? And the mango would go bad in 2 days, and then, it's kind of
exactly,
like वो नहीं होता था. So that's why we took it in our own hands, and we started taking orders directly.
Okay.
The customers, you have to pre-order, and then once you pre-order, you have to wait a whole week. We take pre-orders every weekly. So, अगर orders close on Sunday, and the next Sunday is when you're going to get the order.
Okay.
So what happened in that regard was, जितने भी कस्टमर होते थे वो ऑर्डर कर रहे थे पहले, and they would, when I would get the mango, within like 7-8 hours the customers have it at their dinner table.
Oh, okay.
जी, तो वो the main reason for doing that is we want to give the customer the most amount of time with the mango and the best, क्योंकि mango जब हमें मिलता है, we only have 2 days, that's it. फिर it starts to ripen and then it starts to go bad.
अच्छा.
जैसे for example we had a shipment.
थोड़ा जोर से if you don't mind.
We had a shipment in a couple of weeks ago within the mango season. उसमें हुआ ये कि there were some delays. I told you there's a lot of moving parts. It comes from Pakistan, then it comes here, and then there's trucking involved. Trucking goes to Houston, Gulfport, Mississippi, and then it comes back. So there were some delays, right? उस डिले की वजह से the mango shipment like almost 60% of it went bad.
60%?
जी.
हाँ.
तो वो what I had to do was उसके लिए अब ये था कि जो we had to open up all the boxes, I had to hire help. वो बच्चों ने फिर ये किया था, they, you know, the good mangoes they put them on one side and the bad ones we had to get rid of them, right?
Right.
Because
it's straight on है?
जी हाँ सीधा. You're just gonna keep going straight. I'll tell you when to turn left.
But मुझे अब ये बताएं कि जब आपने ये बिजनेस शुरू किया तो अगर किसी को पाकिस्तान से मंगवाने हैं तो आप पाकिस्तान में किस तरह लोगों से कांटेक्ट करते हैं कि क्या, या पाकिस्तान से आपको किस तरह कोई कांटेक्ट करे अगर उनको मैंगो एक्सपोर्ट करने हैं पाकिस्तान यहाँ यूएस में?
They can reach out to me on Instagram. आप मुझे डाल दीजिएगा.
उनका इंस्टाग्राम हम स्क्रीन पे दिखा
देंगे.
तो क्या प्रोसेस है, वो किस तरह होता है?
Well, we just forward it to whatever their contact will forward it to sourcing. Purchasing जो होती है ना हमारी.
Right. नहीं तो आप but I want to understand कि आप अगर फर्स्ट करें, आप किसी को आइडेंटिफाई कर लेते हैं पाकिस्तान में कि जी उनसे इंपोर्ट कराएंगे यहाँ पे, तो वो किस तरह प्रोसेस है, किस तरह आप उनके साथ काम करते हैं?
We have to see कि वो is their orchard registered? अगर if it's not registered, then we have to see what kind of quality mango it is. क्योंकि quality अगर अच्छी नहीं है तो I can't bring it in.
Okay.
A lot of people do a lot of shortcuts and that's why we're limited to the people that we can source at. तो ये सबसे main है कि if the quality isn't good, or if we buy once from you and the quality is good and then the next time or next 10 times it's not as good, we're probably not going to be ending up doing business with you.
तो वो quality आप कैसे make sure करते हैं कि जिस बंदे से आप मैंगो खरीद रहे हैं वो reliable बंदा है और उस quality compromise नहीं करेगा?
देखें, we can do 100 checks, right? When we're meeting them, we're looking at the orchard, right? Magar the biggest check is, obviously my sourcing team would know more than I would, right? Okay. But the biggest check is when the mango comes here, if it's in bad condition, it's not growing well or something's going wrong with it.
You will know immediately.
I would know. I would be the one facing the music in front of the customer.
Exactly.
No one else, not the sourcing team, not the guy who sold it to me, and I have it here. We spent all this money to get it here, right? So main ये है कि you want to make sure that who we buy from, their moral standards are aligned with you. We're not trying to play any funny business or anything like that. We're trying to make sure that the customer gets taken care of और उनको सबसे अच्छी quality मिले.
Exactly.
And for that, we try to align ourselves with the suppliers that have been doing this for years.
Right.
इस साल there was some shortage in the mango season, and the mango wasn't जैसे previous years में था ना, जैसे it wasn't the same. आपने भी खाया था, I'm sure you felt it as well.
It was good, yeah, it was good.
नहीं, obviously Pakistani mango best.
Pakistani
तो
obviously
there's no
उसकी तो है, और इसीलिए इसकी डिमांड ज़्यादा है. तो अच्छा, in terms of वो डिमांड की, आपको अपने को स्पेसिफिक नंबर देने की जरूरत नहीं है, लेकिन अगर अमेरिका में कोई आपके लेवल का या इवन बड़े लेवल का बिजनेस ये स्टार्ट करना चाहता है मैंगो का, तो इन टर्म्स ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट की अगर बात करें तो उसको कितनी इन्वेस्टमेंट दरकार होती है रफली? जनरली हर मार्केट अलग है, लेकिन क्या इन्वेस्टमेंट रिस्क्स कितने हैं?
If they're trying to become a dealer like me?
Yeah.
इसकी investment, it really depends. Because when you're working with like an importer or you're working with someone that's bringing it in, so you have to have a minimum number of cases to make it, viable for them and you, right?
Okay.
So इसमें, if I were in anyone's new shoes and they're trying to become a distributor, so at least have like between 5,000 and 10,000, have a budget like that.
$5,000 का.
जी, at least at least to start with, because you have to you might need help. You're gonna need a truck to pick it up.
Yeah.
You're gonna need some help with distribution.
Okay.
And then there's always money gets stuck here and there. Maybe you deal with a retailer, they pay you weekly or something like that, or you pay you bill to bill.
Right.
Or mangoes go bad. कोई shipment खराब भी तो हो सकती है ना, 10%. We always try to see like 10%, 5% might go bad, right?
और जिस मार्केट को अभी आप सर्व कर रहे हैं, आपको ये लगता है कि आने वाले सालों में ये मार्केट मजीद एक्सपैंड हो सकती है, या आपने टॉप या सीलिंग हिट कर ली है लोगों ने?
नहीं, there's always room for expansion, right? A lot of people don't know about me in Michigan.
Okay.
We try our best to market, but आहिस्ता they find out about you, right? So I think year over year, there's a decent amount of growth that happens.
Okay. और इसमें कोई लाइसेंसिंग वगैरह के इश्यूज हैं इंपोर्ट करने के लिए? यूएस में कोई इंपोर्ट ड्यूटीज पे करनी पड़ती हैं या सच कोई?
That's all the person that imports, because we're the distributor, right?
Okay.
So whoever is importing is the one that has to deal with all of that.
तो आप जो यहाँ पे इंपोर्ट करते हैं उनसे खरीदते हैं?
जी. या
जो पाकिस्तान से भेजते हैं उनसे? ये उनकी
from the import.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. तो वो लेकिन उनकी रिक्वायरमेंट्स हैं, कोई लीगल रिक्वायरमेंट्स?
Yeah, they take care of all of that.
Okay.
As a distributor, वो आपका इतना नहीं रह जाता. When you're buying from an import, then the importer is the one that
But do you have any idea कि US में सच कोई import duties वगैरह हैं आमों के हवाले से या कुछ?
I'm sure there are.
Okay.
ऐसे हो नहीं सकता now, but I'd have to check it.
Okay. Okay.
Because I'm not involved in that process,
Mhm.
so I can't give you a definite answer, right? After that, you want to start going towards your left.
Okay. अच्छा, इस सारे बिजनेस में, आमों के बिजनेस में, कोई ऐसी चीज़ जब आपने स्टार्ट की या आपको पता चली हो कि आपको नहीं करनी थी, या रिस्क्स बड़े बड़े क्या हैं, उस पर कुछ बता सकें लोगों को?
I think the biggest one is when you're going to get your shipment, right? तो उससे पहले the source और वो सारे quality checks हो रहे होते हैं. What I've seen so far is अगर mango quality is not good, it's definitely not worth to get it over to you just to move the product. We're not trying to move the product here. We're trying to satisfy the customer.
Okay.
That's the biggest one. क्योंकि एक दफ़ा customer का खराब हो जाता है case, then they're not too inclined to be a regular customer, right?
Right.
So the biggest one is making sure that the quality is good. Let's say you find out that when it reaches you the quality wasn't what you were expecting, right? There's decent amount of mangoes that are bad. तो उसका फिर कोई नहीं है, then you gotta eat the loss, right?
Yeah.
उसका you can't give it to a customer expecting them to be happy and come in next time.
Exactly. लेकिन ये तो एक सीजन, ये कितना दो महीने सीजन चलता है मैक्सिमम?
Over 2.5 months, yeah.
तो उसके अलावा, मैंगो के अलावा, पाकिस्तान से और क्या हॉट प्रोडक्ट्स हैं जो यहाँ पे लोग इंपोर्ट कर सकते हैं?
Last year I was dealing with some like pine nuts से deal किया था. There's some figs that came in. There were some spices, apricots. इस तरह का dried fruit चला था.
Right.
वो तो चलता रहता है, but a lot of people import spices, like these name brand spices that they have.
Spices, okay. मसाले जो हैं.
जी. तो there's a lot of business happening with juices भी लोग मंगवाते हैं. तो इस तरह से there's a lot of business happening from Pakistan. But the biggest one, a lot of complaints I hear, you're gonna start taking a lift here. A lot of complaints I hear is
यहाँ पे?
जी, कि a lot of people they complain when they're buying from
the Plaza.
Yeah, there you see Lapita.
Okay.
A lot of times I get complaints from people that the Pakistani supplier, for some reason they give you good quality the first time, and then the rest of it it's not what you were expecting, right? And that's like
दिखाते कुछ हैं, बेचते कुछ हैं, right?
Right. Not everyone, but that's the general notion of it.
So how do you overcome that?
जी.
तो वो किस तरह आप उसको वो deal करेंगे?
That's the thing, right? Let's say it happens again and again, then we have to look for another supplier.
Yeah.
And sometimes it doesn't have to be Pakistan then, if the Pakistani supplier is not giving you what you want, then you're kind of stuck, right? Then you have to look for alternate ways because your customer is still waiting for the product, right?
Yes.
तो ये सबसे main होता.
Right. अच्छा जी, हम यहाँ पे पहुँच गए. थोड़ी देर में मैं लेता हूँ अपना खाना. बट इसके अलावा और कोई ऐसी चीज़ व्हेन इट कम्स टू जब यूएस में आप बिज़नेस कर रहे हो, या पाकिस्तान से जो लोग अभी देख रहे हैं जो अपनी चीज़ें एक्सपोर्ट करना चाह रहे हैं यूएस में आपके थ्रू या बाकी जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स हैं उनके थ्रू, तो क्या चीज़ें उनको जहन में रखना ज़रूरी है? यहाँ का कस्टमर का बिहेवियर ऑब्वियसली पाकिस्तानी कस्टमर से आई एम श्योर डिफरेंट होगा. तो क्या ऐसी चीज़ें उनको जहन में रखने ज़रूरी है ताकि उनको पता चले कि अपनी प्रोडक्ट को भेजें तो सही तरीके से उसको कर सकें सस्टेन?
The most important is you're trying to, आपकी quality should be very good, okay? And if we agree on a certain quality grade, so you have to maintain it. Whatever quality checks you have to do to maintain that quality grade, that's the most important, right? And what you say is what you want to deliver.
Yeah.
ये सबसे main है. Because volume आपको मिलेगा only when you're good on what you. अगर आप बताते कुछ and you selling something else, then it's not really good for you in the long term. If I'm not, let's say me as a distributor, I don't want to work with you no more, then that business for you is gone, right? I'm gonna go elsewhere. But if I keep getting the same thing from you, and we try to work with each other, sometimes होता है कि it's not the same or something goes wrong or whatever. We try to work with the other person, right? It's not like you get the payment and then that's it for this order. Now let me see if you can place another order. No, you have to work with the previous order. We have to sell it on our end as well.
Yeah. So
make sure about quality, and then whatever field you're in, you have to know what you're selling. Just don't blindly reach out. If you're a company that's trading locally, that's fine. If you're trying to get into export, it depends on what product you're trying to export, because a lot of products are कुछ products यहाँ पे नहीं काम करेंगी because it's already people doing it already from Pakistan, and you're not going to get the same price as them, right? You're not going to get the same price as someone who has a factory versus someone doing local trading, right?
Yeah.
So you have to just make sure whatever you're dealing with, you're trying to, if you want to export it, you want to make sure that product that you have, you're an expert in it, right? Because you can't just jump into something and expect the buyer to, because the buyer can read you. they can. You would think when you talk to them, you would think like, Aftab bhai, oh, I'm gonna tell them this, I'm gonna tell them that, but we can read you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not TK, if you're not an expert, but you're trying to work with us, and if it makes sense, yes. But if you're trying to play games, then we don't have US में नहीं है इतना time for us to play games.
Right, exactly. Anything else you would like to add regarding this whole mango business अमेरिका में कि जो लोगों को नहीं पता कंज्यूमर लेवल पे या डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर लेवल पे जो उनको जहन में रखने की ज़रूरत है?
कौन से
जो यहाँ पे जो बिजनेस आप करते हैं, कोई खास डेट्स जहन में रखना है या आपको कैसे रीच आउट, अगर यूएस में जो रिटेल कस्टमर्स है दूसरी स्टेट्स में अगर आपसे मैंगो खरीदना चाहे तो किस तरह वो कर सकते हैं, क्या चीज़ें?
अच्छा, इसका आफ्ताब भाई the procedure for this is मेरा होता ये कि we have a Instagram page, right? उस पे they can always reach out to me. Out of state थोड़ा सा problem ये है because I'm not there and we're limited by the volume, right? तो वो उसका minimum थोड़ा ज़्यादा होता है, मगर we can still ship it there.
To ship any state in the US?
Any state we can ship it. There's a minimum that we have to follow. Every year I have to look at it. Yeah, okay, you reach out to me on Instagram. If you're local to Michigan, you're in Ohio, Indiana maybe, you still reach out to me on Instagram. Most probably what happens is I have WhatsApp groups, right? उसमें मैं post करता हूँ when a new when new season begins. Every week we put in a pre-order form जो लोग fill out करते हैं, and then they pay and then their order gets confirmed and all of that. Out of state is the best thing you can do is reach out to me and then we can we try to work with you. Up to season is gone, right?
Yeah.
But the season starts end of May.
Okay.
And this year we were lucky with the August shipments. We had 1 or 2 shipments in August as well. But mostly end of July is when it ends.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. That's it. Well, Yusuf, बहुत shukriya. Anybody wants to reach out to you, they can reach out on Instagram, and good luck with all your business opportunities and endeavors and with mangoes, and hopefully you succeed more and more.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Appreciate your time.